So a lot of people are feeling very overwhelmed and very anxious just now. So this is a take-home piece that you can do anywhere. And we think that we are actually manufacturers of anxiety, and we create a lot of our own inner experience. So being mindful of that, when we think of anxiety, for example, and you think of it as a beach ball and you try and resist that anxiety, or you try and push that beach ball deep underwater, that beach ball, as soon as you take your pressure off or your eye off the ball, if you like, that beach ball is going to pop up. So that beach ball would pop up and manifest itself as a poor mental health day, a feeling of being totally overwhelmed, or a panic attack, those kind of things. So this exercise is really something that you can do anywhere. Even if you're sitting in a bus, you don't need to do the full thing, but you can say something nice to yourself, because what happens is when we feel overwhelmed, we then start to attack ourselves, that we're not good enough, etc., etc. So it's acknowledging as well that things can be out of our control, that we've got some big stuff going on, but still being accepting of ourselves within that. So the train of thought as well is that you've got your inner being, your calm state, the you, the real you. And then there's days where we have a meltdown, say unkind things to family, have road rage, etc. That's really a personality that's doing that. That sits over here, kind of, it's a out of whack personality, but deep down yourself. So the Buddhists would look at it that there's a clear blue sky and clouds blow in and out all the time, clouds being thoughts, and every now and again those thoughts accumulate, turn into a storm. The difficulty is that humans, we think that we are the storm, but we're still ourselves. The storm's just happening, but the storm will pass. We identify ourselves as being the storm, the rain clouds, and give it more of a permanence than it actually is, because our true state is that clear blue sky, with clouds that blow in and blow through, and sometimes accumulate and cause a bit of an upset, but they still blow through. So it's keeping that in mind as well, and giving yourself permission to have stuff going on but still feel okay, and to allow those clouds to pass through. So this is something that you can do, and I'm going to show you where the tapping points are. So there's the top of your head, there's the eyebrow, there's the side of the eye, under the nose, the chin. There's a collarbone, and there's under your arm. You don't need to be dramatic, I'm just lifting my hand up, but you can under your arm. And then there's this point here, which is your karate chop point. So I'm going to say these things, and what I would like you to do is just follow along and do them. So here we go. So firstly, when things kind of are out of our control, everything feels as though it's kind of out there and happening around us. We just take a breath and kind of bring everything back in, just for a minute, and bring it all back in together. And then we think about our day, and 0 being a great day and 10 being the worst that it could possibly be. Just take a minute and give yourself that number. And take a big deep breath. And I'm going to get you just to sit with your eyes closed, okay? Because you don't need to close your eyes the first time. You can watch how I do this, but do it along with me. And then once you get the gist of it, you can listen to it, knowing when I say to tap, you can follow along. If this is intuitive to you and you get it, keep your eyes closed, and I'll tell you which points to move on to next, okay? So the side of the hand here. Even though life is currently overwhelming, you would repeat that. Life is currently underwhelming. And I know I want to make changes. But even that thoughts and feelings are overwhelming. I accept how I feel. And I choose to be in my body now. Even though life feels overwhelming and I don't know what to do next, and I allow my body to relax. Even though life is overwhelming and I have too much on my plate, I honour how hard it has been. And I choose to be easy on myself. Okay. Eyebrow. All of this is overwhelming. So much to do. So much to focus on. I do have big dreams. I want things to be different. But I feel overwhelmed. And I am tired of pushing. I have been trying so hard. I have been pushing myself forward. And I am tired. And I am feeling overwhelmed. I have a lot on my plate. I acknowledge how hard things have been. And I choose to be easy on myself. And I don't know all the answers. I don't need everything to change right now. I simply focus on myself. And I allow my body to relax. And from here, everything is possible. I know where I'm meant to be. I don't need to figure it all out right now. I trust myself. And I trust life. I feel grounded and safe in my body. And now what I want you to do is just take that breath. And I just want you to hear that the mind's gone quieter. And I want you to see things through fresh eyes. And just acknowledge the peace and space as everything's kind of brought back in. Everything that's been scattered and out there. Bring it all back in. And just take a breath. And I want you to think what that number is after you've completed that. So this is something that the next time you watch it, you'll be able to follow along with each change. Okay? So have fun with it.